Greetings, pirates and swabbies. Very important that you have the swabbies. Somebody's got to swab the deck for the pirates. They get messy, some of their activities, especially when they bring, you know, certain people on board, certain genders. Well, Ted Richards is first. Hi there, Jack. Hello, Ted Wood. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Richard Lyon, the Grand Patriarch, right behind him. Mr. Jack, my friend, how are you? I'm pretty good tonight. I gotta say, I pushed back the blues, but when I was experiencing it, I wrote a song. I'd like to sing it for you right now, Richard. I guess that's why they call it the blues. Time on my hands could be better spent with all of you. What do you think? Has it got potential? Brenda Noyce is here. Welcome, welcome. Um, yes, Richard the Lion Tamer. He used to be, but PETA put Richard Lyon out of work. That's what happened there. They said, we're not going to have no more circus. Nope, not even if you treat the animals well. Nothing wrong with saying, no, 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 they're not being treated well. But you fire the elephant, and the elephant used to love performing in the three-ring circus, and all the other animals too, even the dogs. Pam Donnelly, welcome from Indiana. Is it warming up there at all, Pam Donnelly? No stick, Pam. Marty Greco is here. How are you? Hello, Jack and everyone. Karen Phillips as well. Hi, Jack and all. What's it doing there, Karen? What's the thing? Where's your favorite spot wherever you live? What's your favorite spot? I'd like to know. And Richard was a very good lion tamer, by the way. He got scratched once, but other than that, he was very, very good, and he looked really cool in those boots. Kara or Kara, Slaw, Slough. I'm saying it wrong, aren't I? Kara. I don't know. Nancy DeMarco is here. Hello, Jack and La Familia. How's it going with you, Fancy Nancy? And Todd Bradshaw himself. Hello, Jack and everyone. Good to have you aboard. Todd, I'm still interested in what kind of songs you play on your keyboards, etc., etc. There's an Elvis programmer that I've heard plays the keyboards. Yeah, very well, from what I've heard. OMG. It takes a lot to get Richard Lyon to say OMG. I mean, he hasn't said that since he ran into Lonnie Anderson in Queens. That was the last time I remember him saying OMG. Alvin! Hello, brother. God bless you. Where are you from again, Alvin? I forget. I forget these things. I walk out into the kitchen. I say, why am I here? What am I doing in the kitchen? But usually I knew the answer was to eat something. But I'm being better behaved now, Alvin. How is Theodore? Oh, you're sick of those. I know. Just like I was sick of Willard, the last name Willard in that rap movie came out. First of all, Willard was Bruce Davidson, who happens to be a fine actor. It's funny these days. This has happened to me more than once with Bruce Davidson, who's getting really old now. And you'll see this movie with nobody's in it. And then at the end, and Bruce Davidson. And I said, well, now I got to watch it. And now I got to watch this movie. My buddy Bruce Davidson is in there. I met him out there, not too far from Vine Street, when I lived in Hollywood, and got his autograph. He was coming out of some kind of event, and I told him I loved you in that movie with Christy McNichol, Summer of My German Soldier. And he thanked me because, they're never sure if you're just going up for an autograph because other people are, and you don't really know who he is. But I wanted to let him know that I did. So what's that OMG about? And what's going on with you, Todd Bradshaw? Jeanette says, hello, nice to see all of you. It certainly is. Wish I could see you all. Wouldn't that be cool, right? Hmm. Be telling Richard, you put your clothes on. Deborah Lake, hello, hello. Hello, hello. Deborah, is the lake frozen over, is what I want to know. She says, no, I got a lot of life left in me, Buster. Buster. Haven't heard that term in a while. Buster. Susan Safiati is here. Saying hello to Tedward. Um, S. Cotton is here, not CB Cotton from Fox News. Howdy from Alabama. How I S. Cotton. What I want you to know, what I want you to find out for me is, did Kate Jackson really move back to her home state of Alabama? Does she live there now? Have you seen her at the mall or the Food Lion? I'm guessing what chains you have down there. Big Saver. Am I hitting any of them? I know the Piggly Wiggly is gone. I know it's gone. Joe Worrell could confirm that. Jack, do you wake up at night with your head in the fridge? No, because the fridge is, on the other side of the duplex. Um, but do I eat to live or live to eat? Are you asking that question, Joe Worrell? If you were to look up a video of my life, it would be I live to eat, but that's not as much as it used to be. Because as you get to my age, you say, well, how long do you want to live? How long? How are you going to take care of the temple here? So maybe you could live into your 80s, have some productive years. I want to see what's going on, especially now that Trump's in. I feel so much better. I mean, it's like the country took a shower. We took a shower and we washed off all that progressive jive. Yeah, it's been a hell of a week, right? I mean, Great Adventure doesn't have a roller coaster like the one we've been on this week. Is this guy real, Trump, or is he a machine? Is he really? Are we going to find that out that he's really a Stepford husband? He's a machine. I don't know. Teresa Lee Leonard. Hello, Jack. Hello, hello. Um, and Kitty Hewitt is here. Hi, Mr. Jack and everyone. Welcome to you. Um, Gregory Hines. Hello, everyone. Sandra Fair. Hello, friend. It's been a great Trump week, hasn't it? It's just to have a president who doesn't cower in fear when a member of the press comes and he can give it back to that. What's his name? Peter Gallagher from MSNBC. He would say NBC News. Well, I don't know, buddy. I don't know. I mean, if I were NBC, I'd say we want to make it known we are getting a divorce from MSNBC. We disavow everything those crackpots say on there. And pretty soon they'll be working at the laundromat. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, let's put them into work at the laundromat. I don't think Mr. Washy Washy's going to hire Joy Reid. You know, I don't think so. She'd be yelling at the customers. I don't think so. No, no, no. No matter what color wig she wears. Tanya Sears is here as well from Sears Roebuck. Miles Wright is here as well. He's never wrong, Miles Wright, are you? Every man is wrong at some point. Todd Bradshaw says, good stuff, Greg Hines. I worked for the Japanese in my early 20s. Now, he never told me that, Greg, so you should feel privileged. Todd is very secretive about his happenings. Lots of Godzilla stories, I'll tell you. Serious stuff. Well, it seems like I might want to hear one of those since I could tell them, Todd Bradshaw. You know what I mean? You could email me one. I think you've emailed me a time or two. S. Carton says we still need to pray for his safety. Absolutely. Absolutely. Every night before I go to bed. I say my prayers. I pray for my ex-wives. That takes a while, That takes a while. Especially the fourth and fifth wife who disappeared mysteriously. It happens. You go to the store for a quart of milk, you don't come back. Nothing you can do. You know I'm joking. I love my ex-wives. I do. Even the one who, well, I guess do they both hate me now? Or just one for sure? Hmm. I don't know. It was never my intention. I don't know. Everybody says, "Jack, you're a good guy." Well, talk to those ex-wives, you know? Um, One I expressed condolences to, over family passing. And it's not going to go well when the heading, when the what am I trying to say? When the title of the email is drop dead. I asked myself, how many times in my life have I ever told someone to drop dead? Zero, zero. I meant well, I did, but I'm a flawed man. Kate, can we talk about it? Kate Kleinstuber, do you have an hour open on your calendar? Or I could go through my life. And how much do you charge an hour, huh? My budget is extremely limited. Teresa Lee Leonard is laughing. Are you laughing with me or again me? With me or again me? That's what I want to know. Um, let's see here. Linda Justice. It seems like it's been a while. Have you been busy fulfilling justice? Are you like the new Charles Bronson in Death Wish, walking in high crime areas late at night, hoping they'll come up on you? Is that what you dispense, Linda Justice? Instant justice? Judge and jury, police, judge, jury, whatever, the whole shabag. I don't know what a shabag is, but I don't think you can eat it. And so, with that, I think we're up to 89 already. We're up to 89. Welcome. Another Brenda Noyce. Hi, Brenda Sweeney. Hi, Jack from Virginia. Virginia, is it still for lovers? Great governor you have there. Great governor. He's a little purple sometimes, I suppose, but I haven't really studied. Everything I've seen about him, I like very much. And it's so nice to have people in high places that you respect. Jack, it's 22 here in Detroit, Michigan, huh? 19 here. You made me look at the temperature. It's not supposed to get as cold, but it's not going to be warm. It's not going to be warm. Chi Chi is here as well. Hi, Jack. Hello. Chi Chi estrogen. Well, no, that's not quite it, but it would be easier if I could call you that. I don't know if you've ever ingested estrogen. I'm going to say no. Kitty Stewart says, me either. I just told them to get lost. Who are we responding to here? Shelley from Canada is here. She still hasn't told me who the new prime minister is. And I think you would by now, Shelley, but if I ask her 10 questions, she might answer one or two. Don't give me a Celsius temperature. It's a waste of time. I ain't so good with that. I ain't so good with that. TLL, Teresa Lee Leonard, also known as BG. Rob Smooth. Oh, yeah, I remember you because I commented on, and then you corrected me, or somebody did, right? It's not JB Smooth, it's JB Smooth, right? From Curb Your Enthusiasm and a dozen other things. Funny dude that he is. We got 9 inches of snow in North Myrtle Beach. Kitty, that much? I'm shocked. My friend Sean Murphy, who lives at Myrtle Beach, well, we haven't talked in years, but we're both from the class of 88 in Chester, New York, at Camp LaGuardia when we were working for the city of New York. We both started the same time in class to be peace officers. And eventually he went on to be a sergeant. There's a lot of the people I started with went to ranks, and I was never going to get a rank. First of all, I couldn't seek a rank because I was doing radio part time and I wasn't going to miss a radio show. I can't tell the radio show people that I can't go on the air today because I'm doing 8 to 4 overtime, you know? So what I did, I took all the other overtime that was offered to me and I would become the overtime king so I could turn it down on a Saturday if I had to be on the radio, you know? I don't think I got any sleep except the sleep I might have, taken in my car on my legitimate break. Yeah, that time. And by the way, if I miss something that's addressed to me, I don't intend to. Rob here checking in from South Wales. Yes, we have a few Wales people. And where's my buddy that showed me the pictures of the Tom Jones Muriel? Where are you? Where are you? Because he lives in the very city where Tom lived, I believe. Maybe still lives. I don't know. We have no prime minister yet. Nobody, Kate? So what is it? Did you have a deputy prime minister or something? So the conservative guy didn't get in? Nobody. Are they fighting for the position? Are you going to hold legitimate elections? You mean, so you're telling me that pretty boy there who wore blackface once at least, that, destroyed the truckers' lives, and then anyone who posted support for the truckers, he froze their bank accounts too. Are you telling me he just quit because of Trump? The Trump effect, and didn't wait until someone else was installed? It's a good thing nobody wants to attack Canada, you know? I mean, we pay for their military, I found out. So maybe you should become the 51st state. And how do you feel about becoming the 51st state, Kate? What do you think? Yeah? Are you a yay or nay? Yay or nay? And what about you, Shelley? Shelley? I can't believe that, Kitty. I passed by Myrtle Beach so many times when I lived in Rock Hill and never got to go in it. So it's on my bucket list, and you got me a thinking. I got to get there. Donald Trump is prime minister. Very good. Very good. Huh. Can't we? He's too busy. We better put Barron in that position, huh? Huh? We'll put Barron in that position. They're used to a pretty boy. Rob Smooth hits the thanks button for $1.99 that you find at the bottom of your page there. Oh, if everybody did that tonight, things would be good. It would multiply. I mean, I'm not good at math, but $1.99 times 89 is something. It's probably close to $200. Yeah. That would be very good. And thank you, Rob. Smooth. I can't tell you. I'm not going to go into a long rub about this, but we're way behind this month, a month that I really don't need to be behind. And it's an encouragement that you don't know when people do that for any amount, large or small. And by the way, you who have been watching me for years and are well-to-do, this would be the month, but not on the thanks button for the well-to-do guy, on the Cash App, which is lowercase letters, Media Guy 56, Media Guy 56 on Cash App. And I'll thank you and give you a bear hug. I will. Plus, I want to go see my son. I haven't seen my son in over 2 years, so I want to get that done maybe in March. And we have listeners in Austin, Texas. I know we do. So that's enough of that for now. Kate, I cannot blame you, or I do not blame you. She could blame you, so she said it right, but she does not. Gene Phillips does not blame you, Kate. Not one iota. And hello, Gene Phillips from Massachusetts. Been some action going on in your town there, Gene. I won't say too much about it, but you know what I'm referring to. And I love Boston, Massachusetts, despite your lousy baseball team. I'm just kidding. I don't even care anymore. I'll be honest with you. I don't care anymore. it lost all its fun when my son moved to Texas and stuff, and we don't physically go to Yankee Stadium. And now, what is it, $75 to park across from Yankee Stadium? What a ripoff that is! What a ripoff that is! You know what I'm saying? Um, and but I still like the Yankees. But how many years can you go with Aaron Boone? Sitting there. He's in the last game of the World Series, about to lose, and you would have thought it was the first spring training game. Just got a blank look on his face, chewing on seeds, spitting them out. Oh, give me a break. Richard Lyon, the Lionhearted, would never put up with that from their team manager, and I don't even know who their team manager is right now for the Mets. I don't. I don't. I'll be honest. I'm glad you're feeling chipper, Jack. See, this is what happens when I take an upper. This is what happens when I take an upper. I'm a chatterbox, and I didn't plan that style. So, well, at least we're almost through the worst month of the year. It's been terrible, terrible. You like the Mets, Richard Lyon. You're not a Yankees fan. You were from Queens. Jill? My goodness, just dropping in for a few minutes. It is now like Taylor Swift has come here, but her manager has whispered in my ear, "You're only going to get 2 minutes. You're only going to get 2 minutes with Jill Swift." So embellish it, make the most of it. Don't ask anything stupid. Don't tick her off. See, I said tick her off. So you just dropped in to see what condition your condition is in? Well, I hope it's in very good condition. She's got lots to do. She's too busy for Jackie. Enough is enough is enough. Slow down. You move too fast. You got to make the moment last. You know, you got to stop, Jill, and smell the roses. I can't remember the next lyric. Oh, you got to something every day. Well, it's nice to see you, Jill. Hope the hubby is okay. You're a diehard Yankee fan. Why do I miss that, Richard? Why do I always confuse just because you lived in Queens? Don't insult me. I understand. I did insult you. I didn't mean to do it, Richard. I didn't have to be so nice. You didn't have to be so nice. I would have liked you anyway. John Sebastian. Wow, he's starting to look like an old man. An old man. He lives up in Woodstock, New York, or I'm pretty sure he still has a house up there. And of course, he is known for those Love and Spoonful songs, but also known for Welcome Back, Welcome Back, Welcome Back. So, Jill, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Yeah, puppy is great. Just had our 55th anniversary, and you're 47 years old, and I'm supposed to believe that you had your 55th anniversary. Jill has never allowed me to show her photo, but if I did, and her husband, by the way, is a good looking dude too, if I did, you would be shocked in the name of love. Oh, wait a minute, that's not how the song goes. We have Shocking Blue by Venus, the group. Thank you. Australia Day today it is. Maybe Karen told me that, Chi-Chi. Now that I think about it, she said some kind of day today. Or was that yesterday? Yesterday, I had memory that now seems so far away. Now it's gone and gone to stay. There's not enough Prevagen in the world, you know. Why she had to go, I'm pretty sure I could figure it out. She made a pretty good choice. Yeah. Yeah. And the first one, yeah. Yeah. My fault. My fault. How many guys say that? Richard doesn't say that. I don't think. I'm glad your hubby's great and that happy 55th anniversary. I got 18 and 7. And now I've been with Karen for we're going into our 15th year now. 15th year, but I've known her longer than you knew your hubby, I think. I've known her since 1964 in the second grade. The little red-haired girl. Yeah, one of her ex-boyfriends, the state trooper. He called her the little red-haired girl. Yeah, he did. So, hi, Chi Chi. What festivities are going on? Uh, Aisha never told me that today in her emails that it was Australia Day. So I'm beginning to think the stories that Aisha really lives in Bedford Stuy. In Bedford Stuy. Have you ever been to Bedford Stuy, Richard? What the heck is in Bedford Stuy, huh? I mean, I picture it being concrete buildings that are an inch apart that go high into the sky and, bodegas and maybe a little industry and, of course, crime. Jackie is going to play the organ for us. Hello, Jackie. Welcome. January 16th, 1970 is when you got married. Holy moly, I hadn't even started McDonald's, Jill. I hadn't even started McDonald's. I didn't start there till the spring of 72. So you got married when I was 14 years old? It's just hard to fathom, Jill. And I mean, I'm not just saying this. She looks about 47 years old. She really does. Beautiful woman and a handsome husband. They were perfect for each other. And how did you guys meet? Where were you? Now, is your husband the pastor? Because I was confusing Katina Swatsworth, Team SWAT. I was confusing. I thought her husband was a pastor. So maybe I was confusing your husband as the pastor. Somebody's a pastor here. Don't try to deny it, Ted Richards. We know that you are the pastor of the Discount House of Worship in Del Rio, Texas. If you've ever watched Imus in the Morning, you know where I got that from. Love and Spoonful had some good songs. Oh, you want a medley, you're saying. I see. Do you believe in magic? Like a young girl's heart. See, I only remember fragments of songs I've heard only about at least 4,000 times. You know, what a day for a daydream. What a day for a sweet loving gal. No, see what I mean? It's frightening, Tedward. It's frightening. But right now it's freezing in New York, and you know what I'm looking for. You're gonna guess what I'm gonna sing next, right, Ted? Yeah, yeah. Hot town, summer in the city. Back of my neck's getting dirty and gritty. I'm ready for it. I'm ready to be, for the wafting of the subway smell to come up through the grates that I walk on 8th Avenue. I haven't had that experience in years because I'm afraid if I go to New York and start walking up 8th Avenue, I'll be accosted. I'll be Jim accosted because he's losing his time slot. Hopefully, they'll kick him out on his arse. And goodbye, Jim. Goodbye, Jim. Take Tapper with you. Take Wolf with you. I can't believe it, Wolf, how much you should have known better. You should have known better to make it seem like the squad were good people. Shame on you. Shame on you. Shame on you. Shame, shame, shame. Ugh. I don't know. Yeah, that upper was a bad choice, but maybe not. Hockenberry, no, Hacken Thu, 92. Oh, I see that. Hockey and Thu, 92, with a beautiful little. Is it a chick? Is it a chick who's blinking at me? 9.99 on the thanks button. You don't know how far down we are this month and how this is helping me, guys. I'm going to have to pay taxes next month. I mean, I know I got to April 15th on the taxes on the tips from last year, which I didn't account for. If we are able to keep doing this, and I certainly hope we don't die out. I mean, I heard what's her name is not doing anywhere near as well as she used to. Only the youngest people will probably know what I'm talking about. What's her name? Bobby? I used to think it was Arnott, but it's not. Bobby Arthoff, or no? something like that. She does these the really good podcast is the name of her podcast, and she became a sensation. A sensation. She had the guy from Shark Tank sitting on the floor with her. You know, the guy who hates Trump, the guy who was wrong about everything. Him. She had him on, and she's really good dry style. She had Drake, which is huge for her age group. You know, Drake was her. She's married and she's just had a kid, and now she's in this fancy hotel room, his fancy hotel room, I would assume, king size bed, and she's doing the interviews sitting in bed with him. Yeah, now they were far apart and everything like that, but well, anyway, I don't know what happened, but it's that podcast. The views are not what they were, but she can still put up something on TikTok, which is back. It was only gone for a few hours, and she can get 1 million views. She can get 1 million views. So I should not be jealous of 1 million views that I'll never see, not unless Richard is willing to send us pictures of his days in the gym, uh, crunching fitness or fitness crunching. Is that where you go? Fitness crunch? I mean, crunch fitness? I'm sorry. Is that where you go, Richard? But thank you, Mr. Hockey 92. You're helping me tremendously. And I was a little slow last time, to say the least. Thank you, Chi Chi and Rob Smooth, for starting us off really well. I hope it continues. I do. And of course, the Cash App, which I'll check my email to see later. Um, and the person who's been so good to me on that is Todd, and I don't want him to feel like, oh God, every show I got to do it. I don't expect that. I love it when new people come on, and Elon, if you're here, I'll be glad to put you an email what I'd like to do with this channel, and the other things that I'd like to accomplish that I'm being held back from doing somewhat because, yeah, I made a few bad choices here and there. I didn't believe in myself quite enough. I gauged in a little bit of self-fulfilling prophecy, which is never good. But Elon, if you want to, jackthefairguy@gmail.com, I'll talk to you about it. Please don't put that on the thanks button. Please don't. Let's see. Susan Safiati talking to Brenda. Ted Richards, never heard of her. I know nothing. You don't know Bobby? That means you have watched her, haven't you? You know exactly what she asked Drake, right? I have to say, I don't know anything about, I've never heard a Drake song. He seemed like a pleasant chap. I think he knew how, he understood her style, and he knew, and there's another black dude on there who I think is a comedian. I thought he was, a singer or a rap star or something, because let's face it, music and rap are two different things. They're two different things unless you combine the two. And I can see that you can sing as well as rap, you know? Gail George is here. Hi, Gail George. I almost missed you, Neo. Um, but but at night it's a different world. What's a different world, Neo? Someplace that we were talking about, like Bedford Stuy. Let me try to go back. Big E, nice voice, Jack. Well, isn't that nice of you to say? Are you a radio person, Big E? The Big E. How do I know that? The Big E. It wasn't a racetrack, right? What the heck was the Big E? Now it's going to drive me crazy. He's not a pastor, says Jill. He's an insurance man since college. Somebody was a pastor that used to, they come on here and tell me about their husband being a pastor. Okay, he's an insurance man since college. Wow, that's cool, Jill. That's cool. Yes, a very bad neighborhood. Bedford Stuy, is it? Yeah, yeah. Hope all is well. Hi, Jack, says Big E. Oh, see, I have to go back. I miss people. Julio, not Julio. That's what Archie Bunker would say, right? Julia Sisser. Julio Caesar. Martins Miranda. I am from Brazil. Well, that is cool. All 4 names. Now, is one of them like your confirmation name or something? I've never told you my confirmation name, have I? It's Joseph. It's Joseph. It's true. Jack is not even my real name at all. It's just my radio name, my broadcast name since 1977. But let's face it, many Johns are called Jack. Jack Kennedy was, of course, John F. Kennedy. You get it? Think it's over. What's over, Neo? There's Hocken. I want to say Hockenberry so bad. You have no idea. 9.99 from him. Richard is talking to the kitty. Just don't try to pet the kitty. You have Vivian Lee Lyon, remember? Stop in the name of love before you break my heart. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. You know how many times I played that on the radio? I couldn't talk that one up, could I, Richard? There's no time to talk up. It's just we'd hit the jingle. 92 Rock 7. Stop in the name of love before you break my bank. Stop in the name of love before I'm sleeping in my car. Yeah. So thank you guys. Those of you guys are hitting the thanks button tonight. Any amount is fine, you know. Don't be ashamed to hit it for $2. Don't be ashamed. Don't be ashamed. Shame, shame, shame. It's not. It's chain, right? I'm getting confused. RESPECT. Find out what it means to me. Suck it to me, suck it to me, suck it to me. Suck it to me, baby. Rob Smooth. Hitting the thanks button. You look like you're a good looking guy there, Rob. $4.99 this time. You make my day each time I watch you, my friend. So keep it up, keep going, and keep believing. That's important. So I'll go to church tomorrow morning. Then we're scheduled to have lunch at the Colonial Diner with our good friends Norm. It's funny if Sean is watching. He never tells me. He's only come on once that I remember, right after we both saw Wayne Newton together in Sugarloaf. That's the only time I remember. But Sean and Norma have invited us to lunch at the Colonial Diner. And yes, invited means they're going to pay. I'll try to get the tip in there. You know, I like the tip. I'm a good tipper. I am. But Carmen, our favorite waitress, won't be there. Jill, our second favorite waitress, won't be there. So I don't know. I don't know. But I will eat modestly. I'm not going to order steak and lobster just because someone else is paying for it. No. Kate Kleinstuber hits the thanks button for $3. And it's like you almost have symbols. They're purple symbols. I love the memes you guys come up with. I know nothing about memes unless I can just click on it, like in the smiley face category. Chain of Fools. Yeah. The great Aretha Franklin. Neo. Thank you. So thank you very much, Kate. And Christopher Salter, Pastor Bob. Elvis's brothers could be one. Is this a question or a statement? Could be one passed away, one lived, not sure. Well, you can believe it any way you want. I just don't think that there were two Presley brothers. Both survived. I believe Jesse didn't survive. We would have noticed. They wouldn't have been able to hide the second brother, the twin brother. So I've always felt that he was, but boy, you can definitely find people that disagree with me. So, earlier we talked about what Jim emailed me, and we've talked about it once before, the theory that, around the time that Elvis was in the service, that Vernon had an affair with another woman. Let's face it, Vernon was a very good-looking guy, and during his time in the service, Gladys Elvis's mom would pass away. So it could have been after that. You need a little consoling, and you get someone pregnant, and there you've got Pastor Bob Joyce. See, I used to be the announcer for my former pastor, who I may see preach tomorrow morning, John Torres, and I was his announcer and kind of had something to do with creating his radio program, Keep Your Eyes on the Road. I didn't do the tech stuff, and no surprise there, right? I didn't do the tech stuff. But yeah, and I've got stuff lined up here for you to see, so don't tune out now. You all come back now if you do, you hear? If you have to go potty or get yourself a Pop Tart or some other kind of tart that Richard and I used to frequent um, before we got, we got married. I'm not really married the third time. She'd lose the ex-hubby Social Security. We can't afford to lose that. And by the way, there's no legal marriage in the Bible. And Jill's husband being a pastor, he could verify that. So thank you, Kate, for that $3 on the thanks button. Things are going crazy here. And thanks, Rob, hitting it again for $4.99. That could buy me some wine, but I tried to convince myself for years I liked wine, you know. And now I know that I don't have to have that fight anymore. I can just, how do you say it? I always can't pronounce this. The reversatrol. I take those pills, and that's the essence of the red wine, right? You don't have to take the wine, and I don't like it. I like a frozen strawberry margarita with salt around it. I mean, that's to die for. Or a frozen strawberry daiquiri, or a regular margarita that's not frozen, or a vodka sour. But I can go 4 or 5 months and not have anything. That's just the way I am. It's a special occasion when I have one or two drinks. And I always have it right at the beginning, because if I'm going to drive, I'm not getting in that car till I'm pretty sure I'm good. Yeah. Let me go to my email real quick. And look at that. Todd. My goodness. And, you're going to show me a picture, Jill, that I'm not going to be able to show, you know? So I'm going to feel like I should have probably not mentioned it. Oh, isn't that beautiful? Look at that. You guys could be on General Hospital. I think we'll put you on there. You kind of look there, you got a little Deidre Hall going on there, Jill. My goodness. You guys should have been movie stars. I don't know what the deal is. And now I'm not going to be able to show the audience. You guys, yeah, I could see it. I could see it right now on General Hospital. He would play, I guess, a doctor. But then again, you could be a doctor. Let's make him a lawyer, and you can be the doctor, okay? And you're wearing leopard skin. Karen was wearing a leopard skin last night when we ventured off to the Laugh It Up Comedy Club to see somebody from the Gutfeld show. That's an excellent picture. It's almost like you had it professionally done, no? Well, we'll see if she gives us permission. I don't know. I've several times taken a picture of the screen, and only one time did it cause me major problems. So let me go back and thank Todd Bradshaw. Todd Bradshaw hitting the Cash App, lowercase letters, Media Guy 56, MEDIAGUY 56, Media Guy 56 sent $30 for Godzilla and Gung Ho. Gung Ho. VHS tape found. So I want to see some of this. Well, I'm interested in your collection at least, because it sounds like you got some good stuff there. Yeah, some good stuff. And this is before they had that CGI. So I will go to email again because there's some stuff that's come in. But thank you, Todd Bradshaw, for hitting the Cash App, lowercase letters, Media Guy 56 for $30. Thank you. And now I'll go back and go to the bottom to see if anybody's commented. Thank you again, Kate. Thank you again. Oh my goodness, I almost missed this, or am I down to the stream that far? Jill, whose husband is not a pastor, but he's on General Hospital. He plays an insurance salesman on General Hospital. Wow. They got some openings on General Hospital. Rest in peace, Leslie Charlson. I knew who she was, not from General Hospital, but when I was a kid, my mom loved to watch Love is a Many Splendored Thing. and on Love is a Many Splendid Thing, right after As the World Turns at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. I remember all this. It's long term. It's why I just stepped into the kitchen. I don't always know, you know. Look, I'm trying to remember song lyrics that are long term. So I guess I just blew that theory. I don't know, Jill. I don't know. I just don't want to be tied to a chair with an alarm in front of the nurse's station. Thank you. 1999 on the thanks button from Jill. Yeah. Thank you very, very much. But you're not going to let me show that picture. I know you're not. I know you're not. And all I can tell you is God gifted both of you. So I really think it's not too late to get headshots and get an agent and see what you could do. See what you could do. You know, I mean, um, what's his name? He's passed away now. He was the guy who played the cop. Help me, Richard. In Bronx Tale, he threw the guy off the building. And that's when the other guy from Bronx Tale knew he couldn't keep his mouth shut about this. The bad guy, he was willing to be arrested. He threw him off the building. Danny Aiello. I got it. Danny Aiello, who I saw in the Nyack Mall inside at the kids center with his grandchildren dressed in all black and sunglasses. I mean, he couldn't have stuck out more if he put movie star in big bold letters, big bold gold letters on his black shirt, you know. Yeah, we know, we can figure out who you are, Danny Aiello. Rest in peace. He started in his 40s. Now you guys are past your 40s, but there's still hope for you because God is giving you these incredible looks for a reason. And I think it's more, you know, since you've been selling insurance long enough, hubby. I'm not sure what Jill does. You could have this second career now. Yeah, maybe you could even be in, one of Kirk Cameron's movies. It's true nobody sees them, but no, make it better. You can be in Dennis Quaid, maybe one of his movies, or Kevin Sorbo. That's the guy. Some people see his movies, and he does mostly Christian movies. Yeah. What do you think, Claudette? I rarely drink, but when I do, I get sloppy drunk, says Claudette. No, she doesn't say that. She likes martinis. Yeah, I just like my friends Sean does. I'm not going to say that to his wife. I rarely drink, but my drink of choice is gin and tonic with lime. Well, see, you like the hard stuff in a sense. I mean, not the gin is like, shots of tequila, but um if I'm going to have my gin, I got to have it in a Tom Collins. And you can't get a Tom Collins unless your bartender is well over 50 years old. Oh, they'll go to the book and they'll try, and it'll be like battery acid. It'll be that bad. People screw up a slow gin, not a slow, they do. But people screw up one of the easiest drinks to mix, which is a vodka sour. It happened to me last night at Laugh It Up, which is also known as Mahoney's Irish Bar and Steakhouse. They don't make it frothy and they don't put enough sugar in there. That's another trick, I guess, which draws me to it. But they don't give it a good shake, so it's like flat when you get it. It's got a little bit of a sweet taste to it, and then they think they're going to be nice to you since they're charging too much, and they put too much. I usually say just a splash of vodka, just a splash. I don't care what brand it is. House vodka, fine. Don't up my drink by giving me something it wouldn't matter the least to me. But anyway, we did treat ourselves well. The tickets were very inexpensive. We did see Jamie Lissow from the Gutfeld show last night in Poughkeepsie, New York. Poughkeepsie, New York. It was sold out. When you're on Fox News Channel, he says, people ask me if I get offended on the put downs that Greg is always throwing my way. He says, well, here's the secret. Some of them I wrote, and some of them that the Mackey guy who's on there, Gutfeld a lot, he writes most of them, but some of them I wrote, and I'm looking out at you, and this place has been sold out for 2 weeks. So do you think I mind the insults that Greg Gutfeld is throwing at me? He's a funny guy, Jamie Lissow. Funny guy. He's from Alaska, the place with an F. um, and he is divorced. He has 3 children. He's engaged to be married again to a beautiful woman. And but he has to tour a lot, so he doesn't get home as much as he would like, but he does get home. And his reputation is that he's broke. I think that's starting to come up, though. He's getting booked everywhere. I mean, tonight he just did a gig at the New Jersey Performing Arts Center. Now, I know you've been to the New Jersey Performing Arts Center, Richard the Lionhearted. James, I like that. That's a radio name. You could get away with that. And Ronnie Cantrell, hello from Locust, G49VE, Georgia. I'm not sure why you put the G49. I can't see that on a road sign, But Locust, Georgia, did you get snow, Ronnie? I can't believe it. They had a little snow in Stone Mountain, Georgia. Everything closed up. It's where the grandchildren are from, not my grandchildren. My grandchildren are from North Carolina. But Georgia had snow. So I imagine they had some in North Carolina. They obviously did in South Carolina. So it must have passed right by on the way to Myrtle Beach. Robin is here. Wow. We're jamming. 112 here that I know of. Robin Roman says, thank you, Richard and Donna. I would love for you to share your visit too. I wonder what that's about. Jill says, we were both in the rock and roll business for years. That's right. Had our fill of agents. Yeah, I can understand. So Jonathan Harris, as I've said, it was on the Sanford show, and Red Fox, who never wanted to rehearse, drove Jonathan Harris crazy, but he loved Red Fox, and he approached him and said, I gotta get a new agency because I'm a star now. He was right. I'm a star now. You see that man over there? He's my manager. He's all right. But I'm a star now. So what would you recommend? Who would you recommend? And Jonathan Harris said, let me think about it. And the next day he said to him, I think you would be right for the William Morris Agency because they are bloodsuckers, determined to get every dime they can. They go to bat for you. They'd go to bat for you. And he said, really? Well, thank you very much. That's what I'll do. Andy Griffith, years and years and years, he works. Now he's in his 70s. And the parts are starting to dry up. I mean, he's been in a lot of TV movies of the week. He's done a little film, especially back in the old days. And, of course, TV series. But now nobody seems to want to hire Andy Griffith. He's with the William Morris Agency. The calls have stopped coming, and he just feels like, gee, I'm so bored. I want to work again. So he sat in the office of the William Morris Agency. He just sat there, and all day long, casting directors come in, and they look to their right, and my God, there's an icon, Andy Griffith. And he says, Mr. Griffith, what are you doing here? It's like the Billy Joel song, Piano Man. What are you doing here? Well, I'm, can't seem to find any work right now, and I'd like to keep busy. And wouldn't you know, he got offers from that. They found work for Andy Griffith. I like strawberry daiquiris. I'm Panhandle, Florida. What's that all about, Richard? Panhandle, Florida. You're in the Panhandle. I think I've heard that, right? Joe Mann, hopefully. I'm skipping all around. Hi, Bob, 1974. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Did you see my question about the actress on General Hospital? I guess I finished my Leslie Charleston story. So my mom loved Love is a Many Splendor thing, and especially in the summer, I'd sit there and I got hooked on it too. I even got hooked on As the World Turns with Bob Hastings, who was on there like 50 years, and Eileen Fulton, who was on there 50 some years. But I watched Love is a Many Splendor thing, and there was this character, a beautiful girl named Iris. That was her character name, and that was Leslie Charleston. That was Leslie Charleston. And so she did that in New York. I don't know if she did any other New York soaps. And then she moved to Hollywood, where General Hospital is. And she was on there just about 49 years, coming up on 50, and passed away some kind of cancer at 79 years old. So I know who she was and looked at an interview from not too long ago. She loved life. So rest in peace, Leslie Charleston. What's on YouTube, James? Jack, people are talking to you. Need to read more. I need to be. You know what I need to do, Richard? I need to join the Evelyn Wood speed talking class. No, speed reading. It would work. You're right. I didn't have to try to improve the joke. The joke was already there. I'm sorry if I missed something. This is who watched Saturday night's main event tonight? Well, definitely not me. I was watching Mark Levin for a while, a little bit of Michael Savage. Michael Savage has his own show on Newsmax starting tomorrow night. He's going opposite Mark Levin at 8 o'clock, replacing Mike Huckabee, who can't be on TV anymore because he's going to be in Israel. Yeah, he's the ambassador to Israel. And so that's going to be his job. So he can't do regular TV anymore. I guess the same for Dan Bongino. Wait a minute, though. Yes, he's going to run the Secret Service. So I don't think he can maintain a regular show, and he can't. I'm going to answer my own question. Was Elvis Presley a prelude sign from God? God? Not quite sure what you mean, Joe. Elvis was oh, please don't get mad at me, but he was a very flawed man. He was a very flawed man. Should he still be alive today, now you see what God can do in terms of bringing someone into spiritual maturity. Now you see it, and maybe you have since, oh, I don't know. Let me pick a year, any year, right? I could pick any year. 2011. I don't know before then. Abracadabra, Bob Joyce. Abracadabra, Bob Joyce. Oh my goodness. The magician has a hat and he's got something covered up. He pulls the black cloth off, and there's Bob Joyce, 2011. I could be wrong. I could be crazy. There are people that would say, I am. I am, I said, to no one there. Well, that makes me crazy right there. I'm saying I am, I said, to no one there. How many people talk to themselves in the car audibly? Come on, I want to see a show of writing. I have talked to myself. I've had some great conversations with myself in the car. Do you answer yourself? That's where it gets scary. Over Bill Automotive, you got a one piece of a time. Hey, Sheila M. What you said, I don't know why I said Sheila, Selena M. What you said about a moderator, you could be coming true this week. It's like a prophecy, maybe you got a little bit of Amanda Grace in you. Wow, Mel Brooks still alive and is almost 99 years old. Yeah. Him and Dick Van Dyke, who is 99. And, but we lost Carl Reiner. These are all the people that used to go over to Carl Reiner's house and watch movies and have dinner. Most of that group is gone now. What do you know about Jimmy Orion Ellis? I did study up a little bit on him. He died of what did he have, a heart attack or something? I don't believe, obviously, he was Elvis Presley. Even with the mask on, he didn't look like it was Elvis behind it. You know, it's just like when Burt Ward put on the Robin mask, or when what was his name, Dick Grayson on the show. You could still look through the mask. The Batman mask was a little better because it covered more. You know, so you didn't necessarily know that was Adam West back then wearing a mask. You sure knew from his very distinctive voice, which he made some money on. It wasn't all C-rated movies for Adam West in the later days. You know, he had a voice. He had a voice. I like what Trump is doing. I just don't like him involved with Elon Musk. Well, there is some understanding of what you're saying. Not everybody likes Elon. I like Elon, but yeah, if there's anybody that's not going to be a team player, it could be Elon. So far, Trump is excusing him and saying, well, this deal that he's trying to do with these three gentlemen, Elon says they don't even have the money, and he's writing this on his platform and what have you. Normally, Trump wouldn't. You have to be Elon Musk to get away with that. But I don't. I mean, if the Secretary of Transportation did that, oh, they might not have a job. You know, don't come against what Trump is doing if you're in his cabinet. You know. So yeah, but Elon is a genius, and he's a trillionaire, and he's got some great plans. Um, Amanda Grace is a cool lady. Okay, she was at last year's George magazine. I have no opinion. In order to have a educated opinion on Amanda Grace, I would have to have a legal pad, and I would have to hear every broadcast, every must-hear broadcast, and write down what she said in one given year, and then I'd have to look through my pages and pages. And first, I would say, how much is an educated guess that you could pretty much have predicted? Anybody could have with no gift at all. And how much is a startling prediction that actually came true? So that's the only way to really know. The scripture does tell us to test the spirits, test the prophets. And I have no time for that. So I'll never know. I'll never know, dear. So I have nothing bad to say about Amanda. I have nothing good to say about her because I just don't know. Watched her a few times. Um, and I just don't have an opinion. I don't have an opinion. So I'm not saying anything negative about her. I'm not. And you never want to say something negative about the work of the Holy Spirit doing something through a person. Um, just I'll leave it there. Carmen Sylvia from New Zealand, where you say it sometimes is 86 degrees. He looks like Vernon. That's so, we just put up a video. What the heck did I call the video, folks? Let me go to my list here, and I've got other stuff to share with you too. So don't go anywhere. Let's go to the regular channel list. Sometimes we have to go here to watch ourselves because the chat for me, not for you, freezes. I hope that doesn't happen. If it ever is going to happen, it happens on the Saturday night stream. View your channel. Okay, I will. Oh, look, there I am live. That guy looks pretty young. I wonder what he did. Don't look too closely. Okay, at 578 views, we put this up 4 hours ago. Is Bob Joyce Vernon's love child? Question mark. I'm only asking questions. More photos. We show more photos for you, including church construction. They're getting the horse barn ready to be the temporary church about 10 minutes from where, slow down, Jack, where Household of Faith is right now. I'm just a little worried that they're putting other rooms in there, and how many seats are they really going to have when it's all over? And they won't really know until it's done. So that's up. Our latest Rush Limbaugh tribute show, Homage to Rush, Trump Fever Explodes in Frigid Weather, is up. There's also 6 or 7 or 8 now other shows where Rush is mentioned. And the thumbnail for this video has Rush holding a cigar, which a younger Rush, which probably is the thing that did him in there. Not Bob Joyce photos, must see. It's got 2,600 views up. We're showing Robert Wayne Joyce from, it says 85, but that's not correct. It's earlier than that. And we're showing, it shows Robert Wayne Joyce, I believe, from 2009, and that's not correct. It could be correct. It could be. Let's see what else. More, and that's got 2,600 more Bob Joyce birthday wishes. Almost 2,000 views. Bob Joyce fan pictures live tonight. That promo got 761. Here's a big one. Breaking: Bob Joyce coming to an arena. That's right. He comes to an arena in Hot Springs, Arkansas. You want to watch that video? Go to the Virtual Church of the Disillusioned. 7.5 views. We have some shorts for you. That's a video that's under 60 seconds. We've got me talking with my mouth open wide on the front porch in the summertime. We've got me from the fish department of Price Chopper in the town of Wallkill. We've got me in Warwick ShopRite complaining. We've got Eddie B.A. Guy with Jimmy Sturr in Wilkes-Barre. That's a good little video there. You see Eddie and Jimmy Sturr and the crowd. It was at Gianotti's in Wilkes-Barre. Jimmy Sturr will be in Wilkes-Barre at the casino there April 5th. I probably will show up to that, but I'm not going to stay overnight. It's not in my budget. And I don't think Karen will be with me. Putting Karen in a casino. Don't tell her this. Putting Karen in a casino is like putting me in Brother Bruno's pizza shop, except a lot more expensive for Karen. We have the Bunker Boys. That's a group that we've seen in Greenwood Lake, almost 800 views with Sean and Norma. There's my friend Sean and Norma in that video. And I did a standing near Greenwood Lake, the actual lake. I did a video which is approaching 1,000 views, you see. So check all those videos out. Just a few more, and I'll get back to your stream that you're watching and commenting. Amazing British Karen Carpenter, Harriet. I play the song and everything, which means I didn't make anything on it. Maybe I got to share profits, but it's only got 551 views. I'm caught in a trap. I can't get out. But at least it's a fun trap. At least it's a fun trap. And it has two legs to it. It has pre-recorded Bob Joyce videos and live shows where I talk about Bob Joyce. I'm really so multidimensional. There's many other things I talk about. The Christmas Story only got 279 views from the Bible. This is what I face. Gene Ho mentions Elvis, Bob Joyce, and the Germany Girlfriend. That's a roll-in featuring Gene Ho, 1,800 views. Pastor Bob singing the Lord's Prayer, 1,300 views. New song from Elvis, his pledge to Lisa Marie, about to hit 10,000 views. But nobody cares about my Amanda Seyfried video, major movie star, because her audience isn't seeing this video to check it out, to hear about her driving next to me on 17 West. And the experience of meeting Bob Joyce at his church, not far from 4,000 views. I love it when you email me, Jack the Fair Guy, F-A-I-R, jackthefairguy@gmail.com, and tell me all about it. Tell me all about it. People enjoy that. You don't have to put in the actual, you can send 2 emails. You can tell me a little bit about it and then write like you're writing an essay, what you'd like in there. I'll only take out something if I feel it's inappropriate or just bad writing, that kind of thing. So jackthefairguy@gmail.com. And let's see. Explosive new Bob Joyce Elvis info. The top 50 part 3, 8,700 views. I still haven't finished that countdown. I don't know. I'm just not ready to do it in my hat. I don't feel it in my hat. So let me go back to the stream. Is it still going for me? I hope it didn't freeze while I was doing all that. Someone after Carmen say, hi, Brenda. Otherwise, I know by doing what I did, I probably contributed to freezing the stream for me. And then I got to watch it as you're watching it, and there'll be a delay. Jody Smith just got off work. Jody is a hardworking woman. She is. And thank you for joining us, Jody. She's loyal. He does look like Vernon, and I'm starting to think my stream froze for me, not for you, for me. Not my stream froze, my chat froze. The chat. Dina Lindsay, hi from Texas. Where are you in Texas? Did you have any ice, or what was your low temperature, Dina? I'm not sure every part of Texas, like I don't know how it was in El Paso, for example. It was cold. James, I agree. Trump's show, not Elon. Yeah, I agree. If there's going to be any friction, it's going to probably come from Elon, and maybe they'll have a parting of the waves. I hope not, but it could happen. Elon is, his own man, but he really likes Trump, and it would be a shame if that happened. It would be a shame. Good evening, Jack. Hi, Sue A. Welcome to you. Welcome to you. Let me go back a little bit. Wow, Mel Brooks. Yeah, we got that, and I'm glad that you are here, Selena M. I really am. She's been with us for a long time too. See what happens when you have moderators and stuff. Well, they do that on Facebook. I guess they might do it here on YouTube. I've never seen it, but I guess they might. I've never checked out the guy with 349,000 or whatever it is now, wings of Pegasus, to see if he does that. That would be the one I'd go to, but that doesn't mean 349,000 subscribers show up every show. They don't. I think he has a total in his last video from a few days ago of 150,000 views, which is nothing to sneeze at. Trust me. I would love to have 150,000 views all the time. I do from time to time. I do. Yep. I think I froze. My chat froze. Not your chat didn't freeze, and my stream didn't freeze, but it can't be staying that. So now I got to watch myself in delay. I got to watch me like you're watching me, and when I go like this, I won't see me go like that for like 4 seconds. It's so weird. It's weird. There's only a couple of things that survive from the 60s. So I guess weird is one of them too, but cool is number one. We use the word cool a lot in the 60s, and they still use it in 2025. Let me go to, so the live stream is not going to get it for me. Yeah, let me go over here and click on the live show. Oh, I got to turn the sound down because you'll hear me repeating myself. Interesting that it was time, though. So now I can see more recent stuff, and I can see that the Grand Patriarch, Richard Lyon from West Palm Beach, Florida, hit the thanks button for 1111. Thank you so much, Richard. Thank you. I really appreciate that. This is a night that we're kind of coming from behind. See, now Jill stayed longer because she was entertained. I'm happy to see that. She's talking to Marge. That CD is wonderful. I'll try to find out which one she was referring to. Yes, Sue, you can order online. It's so good. Did Bob sing Suspicious Minds? Is the Pope not Catholic? Elvis did sing Suspicious Minds, and the Pope is not Catholic. I don't think so. I'll be honest with you. I don't think so. I'm not the only one. Worst Pope ever. No, there's worse ones. Oh, some of those early popes. Are you kidding? Nah. But he ain't no John Paul, right? In the hearts of people. It's time to who is that Fox contributor? I saw him today. He's such a handsome man. He came on there as a priest years ago, and I thought, wow, he's a good looking guy. And sure enough, since he couldn't get married, and the Bible doesn't say that you can't be married, but it certainly does. The Catholic Church says that. and he left the priesthood and got married, and he's a Fox contributor, and he comments on spiritual issues, the Catholic Church in particular. But I'm just thinking, what a shame that we lost him as a priest. Excuse me. Let me have some of my peach Snapple. Sorry, this is not exactly. See, I don't see it right away because I'm watching on the delay. There it is. Yeah. I'm still holding it up now, and I'm not holding it up in real time. I have to wet my whistle. Sugar free, WNBC. Jody, Jack, I believe he is who we think he is, as the coincidences are too numerous. And we don't even believe in coincidences, right, Jody? There's another word, oddities, is one that I like to go to sometimes and don't exactly line up with him being a love child of Vernon. No, well, people, when I say that, as I reminded Jim, who emailed me about that, and someone brought it up a month or two ago, and I thought it was very inventive. And I did consider it as a possibility, and I'm not saying I totally outruled it, but the veins and the scars, the people say, oh, no, no, broken pinky, no, 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 because Bob is like a clone of Elvis. He was in 2011 when he was heavy set, sort of, He was then, he is now. So God made a clone. That's the only really other option. He doesn't look like him. He doesn't sound like him. He's not old enough. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. I used to have a pipe. I had Middleton's Cherry Blend, or what else did I have, Richard? I bet you can tell me what the other one was back then, huh? In the 70s, and probably still some people do. Jill says, any idea when Gene Ho will bring George Magazine event in August? Just keep, it is the 15th, 16th, and 17th of August at the Hot Springs Convention Center and the Ozark Arena this time. And that's where Pastor Bob will be on Sunday. Bob is coming to an arena the 17th of August. If you get your VIP tickets, there'll be you'll have the welcome party and then the after party. Somebody from American Idol will do the after party concert, but they're still working on the list. I would say they got to have more than 20 minutes, but they got to be worthy of having more than 20 minutes. Like Amanda Grace, how could she do 20 minutes? She could do an hour and 20 minutes easy. So, it just seems so rushed. Just because you like them doesn't mean someone else is like them. That's another thing I would say to anybody booking acts. And I'm not talking about Amanda, by the way. I just said it so close together. Not talking about her. I know she has a fan base. But other people, just because you think the comedian's funny doesn't think other people. Believe me, I've seen a lot of comedians that are sort of humorous. They've been doing it for a long time. I get it. I've seen them at Poco Weekend. Some of them were awful. They make you feel like, you feel bad for them, I mean, you're not going to get Sebastian Maniscalco. I get that. You're not going to be able to afford him. And you got to be careful of who you're getting and their content. I get that totally. And in terms of other speakers, think about who has the broadest appeal. But I know the more well-known they are, like we'd love to have Mike Huckabee. Mike Lindell, I just thought of that. He's very polarizing in some circles, but people obviously know him, and most people love him. What hurts him is when they put up those interviews with the lawyers of the latest person that's suing him over voting machines or whatever. That hurts him. And so he says this past year was the hardest year for My Pillow. Well, he played a role in that. You got to watch your mouth. And don't be wearing that cross and talking to the attorney on the other side like he's garbage. He's just doing his job. He's just doing his job. He didn't bring the lawsuit per se. Um, so he's just doing his job. Let's see. All I'll say about that. Rita, lovely Rita Maid, hijacking everyone. I talk to myself. Um, yeah, I asked that question about who talks to themselves in the care. I talk to myself all day long. Now I'm annoying. That's funny. That's funny. Um, Tanya Sears. I just skipped a commercial. I don't mind watching some of the commercials. Sometimes I think it's helpful to me if you do watch some of them. They're short though when it's in a live stream in real time, right? I think. Um, so I think that's where we left off. Now let me come down here a little bit. Jack's voice put me to sleep. Well, thanks a lot, Brenda Lake. It's the last time I swim in your lake. I heard there's sharks in your lake, Deborah. Just saying. Thank you, Richard Lyon. I'm passing your 1111 on the thanks button. Whether you're watching the live stream or the replay, you should find a thanks button. Sometimes it takes a while to appear in the replay, or you can go to another recent video and hit the thanks button there, or the Cash App, which is lowercase letters Media Guy 56, Media Guy 56. Here's someone new, Mr. Slim Jiggy. He's getting jiggy with it, and he's talking to Brenda. Hello, Slim Jiggy. J-Cat. Hello, Jack. How are you, J-Cat? Thanks for the compliment earlier. I remember it, even though it was recent. You ain't nothing but a hound dog, just a gripping Aussie time. Jill, Pastor Bob is definitely who we think he is. Saw with my own beautiful eyes. Well, I put the beautiful in. It's nothing her husband wouldn't say. Her handsome husband that we'll never see. Coming down, Pam Donnelly is still with us. But of the legal information I'm going to expose next week, next Saturday, on your own channel, I hope, probably, but don't forget, but it's coming. Okay. Feel free to email me more information about your channel. I'm not expecting you to give me the tip that you're going to expose on Saturday. Anytime you do something, make sure, it's just like Mike Lindell wouldn't be in so much trouble, and certainly Mayor, America's Mayor, Rudy Giuliani, you got to watch what you're saying about people that had voting machines. Don't say it's the voting machines rigged if you don't have the information. That costs Fox many millions of dollars by letting a few of their creators say that, And Rudy wanted to keep saying it. They had to take him off of WABC radio. They had no choice. Spurger, Deanna, Lindsay, we had 4 to 6 inches of snow. And I forget now the state, of course. What state of mind you're in is what I really want to know. Where can I find Bob Joyce singing Suspicious Minds? Any musical platform. I have Spotify Premium. It's very cheap, $12 or so a month. And there's YouTube Music. There's Amazon Music. Or just go to YouTube in general and do a search for Suspicious Minds Elvis. It'll come right up in various different versions, live and pre-recorded. Elvis Presley recorded approximately 784 songs. I never knew that, Carmen Sylvia, who has her own channel up here on YouTube. She does. She has her own channel up. And I would say that you should watch it. Wow, a lot of songs. Sure. Well, you had to fill those albums. They weren't all hits. He had to fill them. Yeah, you'll be able to find it. And Brenda says, Marge, counting down to my February 7th birthday. Yeah, my son Corey on Groundhog Day, February the 2nd. I love my son as I love my daughter. I talk to my two dogs all day. Well, that's kind of different. That doesn't necessarily make you as insane as now. So people in the car don't know anymore that you're talking to yourself. They think you have a phone call coming through your speakers. They don't know you don't have that unless you got the windows open. Unless you got the windows open. Uh, BK, good night, Jack. Did I miss your first comments? Now I feel like I've offended you. I didn't see it's. First of all, my chat froze for me, not for you, but for me. Ruthie's here too. I don't want to miss what you're saying, Katina Swatsworth. He looks and sounds like him. They are lying when they said that. What did they say again that they're lying? 100% Elvis lives. 100%. Hello, everyone, says Katina. Jody, the ex-priest's first name is Jonathan. Right. Fox News contributor. And now I'm trying to find that first entry. April Sky, you're reaching. She's probably talking about one of my Bob Joyce Elvis comments. And of course, since you didn't specify which one, or maybe you're talking to somebody else, though. I have no idea which one you were reaching. But if you're a Elvis protector, or if you just don't believe that Bob could be Elvis, you're going to say that every time, no matter what. He could say it, and you'd say, "Oh, he's reaching." You know what I mean? I'll never win that argument, so I won't try. Lynn Redgrave, what's going on? The fires are still live. Suppose are still live. That's the Clara fire, right? In Los Angeles. Supposed to snow tonight. We're in the high mountains, 600 feet, 6,000 feet elevation. My goodness, getting nosebleed. Hope rain will put out the LA fires. Let's pray for that tonight when we close. Yes. Absolutely. President Trump was there. Him and that awful mayor, Karen, what's her name? Going at it a little bit. But Trump won't let you win that. He won't let you. So I'm sorry if I missed you the first time, BK. I don't see you as I go back. But there was a time when I was looking at something else too. Hope you have a pleasant night, BK. I'm going to have to go. Good night. We are celebrating my parents' 64th wedding anniversary tomorrow. God bless them. God bless them. Jack, I talk in my truck. You have a truck, Brenda? And in the house to my dog. My hubby says, "Who you talking to?" Yes. Don't forget all those movies he made. Well, Neo, it's something I could accomplish. I'm not that kind of Elvis fan, I'm just not. But I know a lot of people are that are here. Elvis wanted to do more serious meaty roles. He did, but Colonel Parker screwed that up too. Oh well, Jill and Katina. See, I thought Katina was married to a pastor, and I thought Jill was married to a pastor. I was wrong about both of them. Oh dear. Neo is asking a question about Karen. So I think I'm at the end of the stream right now. I think I am. Let's see here. When I go away from this to another window, I know you say I could put it over on the left stream, and maybe I could drag it over. I don't know. In real time, I might be able to, because there's nothing happening over on that left screen much right now. Okay. Yes. The title of my video. Does Elvis and Bob Joyce share the same grandmother? Gee, it only took me, how long have I been on? Is it really 11:30? This is the fastest time of the week for me. So now I'm going to have to put this in there that it took me over an hour and a half to get to it. But I took pictures too, didn't I? Where's me phone? Yeah, I won't be able to. Let me go to my regular stream now. If you comment right now, hi, Michael Tusa. Um, yeah, I know. And I'm just getting, see, I would never do that in a pre recorded video. But, oh, yeah, when I try to do, I will have in my thumbnail, I will have the picture of Bob Joyce, perhaps with his grandmother. I don't know. I don't know. But that will be in the thumbnail. But I haven't put that thumbnail up yet. Talking about this picture, right? Ay, ay, ay. It's always fun when I do this live. Oh, well, stay there for goodness sakes. All right, you're not going to see the top of Bob's head this way. Is that Minnie May there? Is that Minnie May? There'll be a better picture in the thumbnail, but you've seen this before. Is that Elvis's grandmother? That would be impossible. I just realized that. She ain't that old. They believe Bob is 73, though. It's still impossible. I answered my own question. Okay. So let's go to the window there. Much better picture here. What are they saying here? Bob Joyce's grandmother, Minnie May, is also Elvis's grandmother. And they're showing her with he looks a little younger here, Bob Joyce, but not that much younger. She would have to be very old, wouldn't she? So that makes no sense. They show Elvis with his grandmother. They circle the grandmother, and they think that picture that's in the circled into this picture, they think that's who Bob Joyce is standing with. So it couldn't be Bob Joyce's grandmother, obviously. Could be Elvis's grandmother, though. So we'll put that into the thumbnail. And there's a little thing that goes with that, of course. Is that what I have here? Let me see. Just looking at my computer, guys. Maybe I took that away. All right. I'm going to be able to play that right now. Here we are back at the live stream. There's 110 watching and 57 likes, but my chat is frozen there. My chat is frozen, so I have to go to my channel stream, and I'll see I'll see what people are writing, I hope. Michael, my cousin Kevin comes up here every summer. It's beautiful, lots to do and see. So nobody has commented since then. Testing 1, 2, 3. That means my chat is frozen both in the in two different screens. Okay, thank you, Neo. 123. I needed that because I thought nobody had commented. We've just slowed down a bit. We've just slowed down again. Brenda, is Kalamazoo near you? That rhymes. Jill, Brenda, I was in Detroit for Aretha Franklin's funeral. Really? Huh. That's very interesting. Jill, Bob, Joyce has a photo of Minnie in his home. But does the math work here, Jill? Something's telling me the math is awry. Let's just say, for argument purpose, Bob is 90 now. Now, I just showed a picture of Bob Joyce with who they think is Minnie May. I mean, I have a second grade math level, but something tells me the math is not working here. Minnie May is not 130 or something. So I'm confused. I'm dazed and I'm confused. That could be a song. Somebody write that down. Jerry Bridges, hi, how are you? You don't have a dog. I talk to Jesus. Oh, okay. So you've never been in a car going down the highway and just talking to yourself about general stuff like, oh, I wish that guy hadn't done that at work. And uh, oh, I'm so mad at myself for eating that third slice of pizza and that kind of stuff. Um, that kind of thing. The picture he has is of Minnie May years ago. So there's a picture of him standing next to a woman, Bob Joyce, in the sanctuary, and they seem to be inferring that that's Minnie May. And then they show in the circle, they show a picture of Elvis with Minnie May. And they're saying, well, that's how she looks today, but that doesn't make sense math-wise, right? No way. Yeah, I'm all confused. You know, I'm more confused than Sarah Palin at a spelling bee. I'm just the way it is. Sometimes I say Mike Tyson. I didn't that time. So yeah, Michael Savage has a show on Newsmax, the paid subscription version, not Newsmax 2, tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Guess who his guest is? Tucker Carlson. I wonder if that means anything. I wonder if Tucker is considering, Tucker says, oh, it occurred to us that we haven't been on regular TV for a year and a half and some would like to see that. And then he talks about an app. Not really good enough. You need to be on a regular channel for grandma and grandpa. You do. You need to be they got their clicker there. They're not going to put an app in that's all going to have all your content. No, 8 o'clock at night, they want their Tucker. Okay, now you're going against Jesse. I'm not saying you can't beat him, but they hate to give up Jesse. So I would go on at 7. They could always move Laura back to 10 o'clock, move Gutfeld back to 11, and have the news at midnight like they used to. They could do that. I would make it 7 o'clock, Tucker. 7 o'clock on Newsmax. Who's ever in that slot, you can boot them out. You know you can. They'll put them somewhere else. So Susan says, Jack, have you ever seen the picture of Elvis with Muhammad Ali after 1977? That rings a bell. That somewhere I ran into that, but I can't say for sure. See, I knew, Deborah Lake, you weren't going to leave us. Minnie May died, okay, thank you, in 1980. So she was never with a white herd, Bob Joyce. White herd. Herd, like herd of cows. Herd, herd. Yeah, I knew that couldn't be right. So I'm very confused now. So no, that wasn't Minnie May standing at Household of Faith, the latest church they're in now. That wasn't her. I think that's what they were saying too. Elvis had many female cousins. Yes, many female cousins. Big family, big family. Now, why do you say Trump and Elvis are cousins, Jill? You have to give me some skinny on that. You have to give me some skinny on that. There are identical cousins like Sarah Palin and her cousin who was on SNL, Tina Fey. You're not saying that, are you? You're just joking, right, Neil? Tell me you're joking, Neil. Well, I'll call an ambulance. I'll call an ambulance. Huh. Oh, you guys are talking about cousins. I mean, Kalamazoo supposed to be a favorite spot of Elvis? Really? I never heard that. Susan Safiati. What's there to do in Kalamazoo? Jody. Jack, I had a dream the other night. Of course you did. Well, I dreamed too. I dreamed too. I dreamed I was in a Hollywood movie, actually. And I was the star of the movie. But you know what happened? I ended up spilling the wine because I wasn't paying that much attention because I don't like wine, you know? Jack, I had a dream the other night where I saw the reason why Ramaswamy stepped down is because he came to the realization. So far, I totally agree with you that he's afraid for his life, knowing how they tried to take out Trump. I think he just saw himself. Not only did he not get not only did he not get a cabinet position, he's fit in by some new agency called Doge, which is really all Elon Musk Dogecoin, right? And he's the second banana to Elon, who's not going to be easy to work with. Let's just face it. That may be known more to Trump, who loves him, but I don't know. I just hope that Elon is a gentleman in this regard. If they have a falling out, I hope he remembers what he said when he saw Trump come up with a bloody ear and put up the sign and say, fight, his fist and say, fight, fight, fight. It was at that moment that Elon Musk endorsed President Trump publicly and everything else and backed it up with a huge donation. That was the moment Elon Musk said, that's the kind of president I want. Don't forget that, Elon, because Trump needs loyalty from you too. He needs loyalty from you too. He's just so accustomed to that. President Clinton was being interviewed, God knows by who, and he can make sense when he wants to. Sometimes I think Bill Clinton deliberately doesn't want to make sense. And he was saying he expects 100% loyalty. He'll tell you what he needs to do, and you better get after it. You better get after it. Just like Cuomo, let's get after it. What's his name? Chris Cuomo on his nation show, his whatever nation they're at. Get after it. He doesn't want to be second guessed. He wants you to do what he tells you to do. And if you can't do it, you got to take the train to the plane. Yeah, it's just not mini me in that photo. Mini me, mini May. It's definitely not mini me. That looks nothing like him. Nancy DeMarco. Oh, boo. It's going so fast now. Look, it just jumped ahead. We must have more people. How many we got in the count, everybody? I can't see when my own chat is frozen and I have to go to the regular stream that you're seeing, which seems to be on a 4-second delay. Like I say, touch my nose. I'm touching my nose right now. You're not seeing it. Now you are. Now you are. You get it? You get it? You get it? Jill, I also saw where Diana is supposed to be Melania. Well, that's just cool. That's just poppycock. 93 watching. Thank you, Marge Gates, wife of Bill Gates. Keep an eye on your husband. You really got to keep an eye on him. Don't let him go to any islands, okay? 95, 93. Very cool. Very cool. Thank you, guys. Baron's so polite, probably, thank you, sir. Did you see what he did when he went to the not the one with the Episcopal lady, the Episcopal woman who just embarrassed herself. But on inauguration day, when he got to the church, he bowed before the altar. I thought that was great. Thought that was great. His mom was looking at him. Rick K. Hey, Jack. How are you, Rick K? Check out Big Daddy. Here's that Big Daddy again. Don Gartless, old race car driver, is 93 and looks amazing. Still getting around great. Sure, makes me believe Bob could be 90, just like Johnny Mathis is on the stage singing at what, 91, 92 now? And he's got a beautiful voice still, you know? Still. I'm just afraid he's going to fall, that's just me. 100, says Pam Donnelly, no stick Pam. Very good. Welcome to Worldwide Ramblings. You're watching well into the show. But you can watch the replay as soon as we finish this broadcast. Well, what's going to happen since my chat froze? I'm going to have a hard time getting the replay up. It'll take 15, 20 minutes, whatever. I know what I've got this down now. When I hit end stream, if it even allows me to, it won't do it. I'll just have to kind of exit out, and that will freeze the stream, and people will talk. They will continue to talk. The last time this happened, like 17 people were talking 10 minutes after I had finished. And eventually I was able to bring the stream down and make it available for replay. And I know I can tell you Shelley will definitely be one of them. She will definitely be. Trying to figure out who someone is tonight, and they're doing a good job of hiding it. Very, very good. They're not giving it away to fellow chatters either. Yeah, unless they're not here. Jill saw Johnny Mathis last year. Looks old, but looks good. Moves slow, sure, but that velvet voice is still the best, isn't it? Look at me. I'm as gentle as a kitten, gentle up a tree until the 12th of never, and that's a long, long time. I don't know if Jill remembers the remake of that, because I don't know that Jill would have been in the Donny Osmond era, because she's a little older. Donnie's like 10 years younger than you, something like that. But Donny Osmond sang the 12th of Never, and he's Mr. Las Vegas right now, if you go by. And he does summer tours and other places and stuff. Jack, says Jody, I also had a dream this week where I saw once drilling for oil starts again here in America, that it'll be the key to unlocking America from the recession that we've been in for so long. Well, see, there you go. That's one of those things that if a prophet said that, I would say, well, that's an educated guess that, is a pretty good guess, because drill, baby, drill. He's been saying that for 4 years, and it probably will have a very positive effect on the economy. You can still get your electric car. You can still get your hybrid. Just don't try to ram it down our throats. I mean, just because it's record cold this winter and snowing in parts of Florida, there's no reason to think there's real climate change. Nothing you can do. Nothing you can do. That horse has left the barn, so we're just going to have to ride the wave now. At least we have a president who isn't trying to destroy America. And he's for energy. He's not big on windmills that destroy birds, destroy whales, etc., etc. You could do without Donny Osmond now. You know he's a handsome chap, Jill. You know he is. You're not saying that because he's Mormon, right? You wouldn't do that. He was taught that from day one. So I think that God will look at his heart, and Donny Osmond loves Jesus. He's just confused about his theology. I don't think he's going to hold the Book of Mormon against him. He's going to hold it against Joseph Smith, who wrote it, you know. So God looks at the heart, and I would never say any of the Osmonds are going to end up in hell. That's not my theology. It's not. Nancy DeMarco, Donny Osmond covered my walls. Yeah, huh? Yeah. There's a lot of women that's true. And he still looks so good at 65 years old, something like that. Um, Robin Roman, Jill, I too, this could become a theology talk now. Jill. Yeah, things are moving so fast. Um, yeah, that Maria's a workaholic, isn't she? Just like Donnie, the two of them. The two of them. Merrill Osmond, lead singer of the Osmond Brothers, has finally retired. He's retired, but he's very active in the social media. And oh, here's the good night, Brenda. We'll see. We'll see. Jerry says the same thing. Some people don't look their age. Dick Clark looked the same for decades until he was close to passing. I never saw him really look old, but when he had the stroke, that certainly took away his $1 million voice. So we'll see, Jody. We'll see. I think Drill Baby Drill will have a very positive effect on the economy. It will. It will. It will. Let me go to the live stream in real time, and I see there's 110 watching. 57 likes. Please hit the like button. If there's anything at all you like here, hit the notification bell, because sometimes we just pop on to pop off. I would say now that we will only be doing Worldwide Ramblings on Saturday night at 10 p.m. East Coast time. Everything else will be a pop on to pop off. So you need to have that notification bell on, all right? Just seems to work that way better for us, coming on an unusual time, finding new people. But it could still be, on a Wednesday or Thursday night around 10 o'clock. It still could be. But it won't be so much announced, unless I feel that I got something really special and it would be better to promo it. Anything can happen. I always draw absolutes for myself. I'm not trying to be a perfect Christian. I'm trying to be a better Christian. That's an improvement. That's an improvement. Yeah, 110. You'll see a thanks button there at the bottom if you could hit it. We were really strong at the beginning of the show. Thank you, Jill. Thank you, Richard Lyon. Thank you, Chi. Boy, now I got to try to remember everybody. And it won't go back that far. There's Jill for $19.99. Thank you so much, Jill. Kate for $3 on the thanks button. Thank you. Rob Smooth hit it twice. $4.99. Thank you, Rob Smooth. And Hockey 92 LaRue hit it for $9.99. There's Chi from Australia also. For $2. And as I say, that all helps. That all helps very, very much. And I appreciate it. First time Rob was $1.99. I got you now. I got you. So that would help, because we are way behind and the month is almost over. The month is almost over. What is it? Thursday or something is the last day of the month? I don't know. I'll be saying goodbye, January 2025. You made me feel like I was not alive. You can't convince me with your snowmobile that there's anything good about January. I mean, you even made it cold and snowy in Jacksonville. You had snow in Georgia, South Carolina, and other places. So I take no joy in January, except I remember the blessings of the Lord for all 12 months and all undeserved amazing grace. That's how I feel. Overbuilt automotive. Ronnie Cantrell is still here. I used to live on Cantrell Avenue. in 1967. Yeah, he looks like Vernon. Isn't it the truth? Isn't it the truth? The firmament. Now that's a heavy word. The firmament. Tell me about what you're saying, James. James. Oh, that's right. You're going to have a something on next Saturday. Okay, but you're going to do it on your platform, right? And let us see it there. Um, don't write, please, paragraphs here of a prophecy, because that's not what we do. But we can look at it in an email and then see if there's parts of it that would be good to share if you were wanting us to, and do it that way. There's a few people that have come on here and all of a sudden they're writing books and they're upset that I'm not embracing it the way they would like me to, and I just can't do that. I can only embrace what I feel in my heart. Yeah. Oh, better if I take the glasses off. And still, those pictures are a little fuzzy back there. We really have to think about getting that new 4G camera, guys. It is time. I've been saying it for too long. So that's something I've got to get money for. Elvis Presley was not the firstborn male child. Jesse Presley was the firstborn male child. You mean he came out first? I don't believe that Jesse is with us anymore, but you may. So, yeah, I never considered that point. Who came first? Jack, you missed it, and I guess I missed it again when you said that we are pulling into Household of Faith Church right now. So you know where it is for tomorrow, right? We are attending the church tomorrow. Well, very, very good. Get there early. Even though it's cold, they open those doors earlier and earlier. There have been people out there at 7:30 in the morning. There have been. I'm just telling you, I would hate to see you in the overflow room, but they don't have enough seats. You're going at a good time of the year where there'll be maybe less international visitors, maybe, that kind of thing. So you're going to tell me all about it, right, Robin? I hope so. At jackthefairguy@gmail.com. jackthefairguy@gmail.com. Who died of a gunshot? Or a shet? Who died of a gunshot? Ronnie Cantrell. See, if you've got a big conspiracy thing or something to study, you got your own platform for that, right? You're not going to like roll out tons and tons of stuff. Put it in an email and we'll check it out that way. And jackthefairguy@gmail.com. Jack, I talk to myself in my truck and house to my dog. That's a cop out though, Brenda, because that means you feel you're talking to another being. Whereas I bet if I follow you around long enough, I'll find that you're talking to yourself sometimes. It's when you answer yourself like Richard, we get concerned. So this seems, I'm on the regular stream. That's why I'm not seeing your new comments. Okay, I'm confused when there's two. We got to wrap it up soon, guys. Okay, now I should be able to see the newer comments. They tried to hurt us, says Susan Safiati, but it made us stronger and woke up to the sleeping. We woke up to who the woke people are, They can't fool us again. So, no, we're not accepting your demands for your pronouns. If you have a first name you want to be called or a last name, fine. But don't tell me I have to address you as them. That's not what I feel I have to do. I'll be as polite to you, and whatever you're into, but don't try to chemically castrate 7-year-olds and 14-year-olds and without parental consent. That garbage is gone. Amen. Jack, I say that about my dream because I feel it's really going to have a positive effect for a small family-owned business. Well, that would be true. It would. In America, they have suffered under the the K. Biden presidency. I agree with all that, Jody. I agree with all that. I don't talk so much when I drive, but I can sing with the best of them, says Jerry Bridges. Not Lloyd Bridges, not Bo Bridges, not Todd Bridges, certainly. And of course, not the other Bridges. How many bridges did I mention? It's a bridge too far. Exactly, Carmen. Exactly, from New Zealand. Criminals. Oh, definitely. But, he didn't pardon himself, Biden. He pardoned his brother, two sisters. He pardoned his son, but he didn't pardon himself. The most guilty of all didn't pardon himself. But they're not going to go after him. And it's probably better for the country that they don't, I guess. He's only got so much time left. He knows that. So he can go to the beach homes that perhaps two other countries paid for. Get ready to face God, man. Get ready to face God. You claim to be a Catholic, yet you went pee-pee on the Catholic Church every chance you got. Every chance you got. You even let your Justice Department put 60 or some year old, 70 some year old, 80-year-old women that were just standing in front of an abortion clinic. Let them put them in prison for lengthy sentences. And of course, President Trump has just let them out. Joseph R. Biden, I've never said someone, hey, look out. You could be going to somewhere you don't want to go. That's not my job. I'm not the Holy Spirit. I'm not Jesus, the Savior. I can't look at your heart. Oh, I can kind of see your heart, though. It's pretty much like on display for all to see. Worst president ever. Shame on you. We went at 7 a.m., says Jill. Wow, yeah, you were not going to find yourself in that tiny fellowship hall. I understand. Ducky Sis, hello. I actually made a live at the tail end, but you did. Hello to you. Hello. You'll probably get to chat after I sign off because I'm going to have a hard time pulling this down probably because when my chat freezes in my live stream in what I see, it means when I hit sign out, sign off, whatever I'm saying, end stream, it's not going to do it right away. I don't talk so much. Yeah, I said that already. Okay. So yeah. If you're here and you have not signed in, now's the time to say hello, just like our latest friend Ducky's did. Ducky Sis, actually. Where are you from? Oh, you're in San Antonio. Now, you had some bad weather, a little snow in San Antonio, right? Ice. We know people that live there, or at least we know one person that lives there, and we have viewers that watch from there. So, yeah. So that feels like the natural thing there, natural space. Jack, have you recorded an album? Very funny. Nobody would buy my album. It would be like some of those things. I don't know if you, I don't watch much of Johnny. I watched a lot of Johnny Carson back in the day. I don't watch Jimmy Fallon too much, but Karen will have him on sometimes. I go up there and he's got Jimmy Fallon on, and he has he has a bit that he does once in a while of I don't know, I forget what he calls it, but it's the worst albums ever, and he plays a cut from it, and it's funny. I would make that list. I'd be on Jimmy Fallon. Yeah. I have been to San Antonio. I have went to John Hagee's church when I was there. And of course, the Alamo. I ate Alpo in the Alamo. Not really. Watched Johnny Carson every night back in the day. Yes. So if you were watching every night, two of those shows that you saw, I was in the audience. I was in for the one with that he had Tom Snyder on, which was really weird. Yeah, if you watch that show, that rings a bell. Him having There was only one time he ever had Tom Snyder on because it was well known he didn't like him. He didn't think that Tom was great. Whereas I was a rabid, rabid fan of Tom Snyder. Used to watch the Tomorrow Show all the time. Watched him do the news at WNBC TV New York at 6 o'clock. He took the newscast from the bottom of the pack into the number one newscast in New York. He would look real serious into that camera at 6 o'clock. Here's what's going down from WNBC TV New York. Oh, he was a great newscaster, but he was an even better talk man. So one time, Johnny had him on. And it was a fairly cordial interview, but he had said terrible things about Tom Snyder in the commissary. Tom knew that Johnny didn't like him, so he was surprised to get the invite. You loved him too, huh, Jill? Yeah, wasn't he special? You just never know what he was going to have. I'd come in from my 4 to midnight shift at McDonald's, and I'd tune in. Sometimes I got there in time, and sometimes I didn't. Depends on how busy we were. I was the crew chief taking inventory. There's Tom sitting with the leader of the Ku Klux Klan in his full outfit with the pointy hat, and he's sitting next to Tom. And Tom could handle that, Tom could handle that. There's nothing he couldn't do. So I got to talk to him when he went to radio in the later years. I called in and I got on with Tom Snyder, told him how much I appreciated him. I reminded him of a time when he was doing the news on Eyewitness News on Channel 7 with Kylie Tong. She was a legend, and she had been on other channels too. And now he's doing the news, and he didn't have a national TV show anymore. So he was on the downslide, So he's doing the 6 o'clock news, and he's not even the sole anchor, not Paul Anka, sole anchor. And he was not in a good mood that night, but he could cover that. He was a professional, and so they went to the weatherman, and apparently the director was saying, "You got to move over a little. You got to move over." He said he would say to me when I talked to him that night, "If I moved any further, I would have fallen off. My chair would have fallen off the stage." So Tom thought that they had the camera only on the weatherman, but it was a 2-shot. You could see Tom and you could see the weatherman. They hadn't yet gone straight to the weatherman. So he flips the director the bird on live TV. And then at the end of the newscast, Tom says to the audience, he says, "Now, for those of you who are watching your screen very carefully tonight, folks, it was just one of those days, just a bad day all the way around, and I apologize for what you saw." They suspended him for a week. You suspend Tom Snyder and expect him to come back? He did, I think. But then he got the national radio shows, and he was back for everybody to hear him. And he stopped doing news. He stopped doing news finally. But he was a gem. He just was a gem. One interviewer said of Tom Snyder, they said, watching him, it's basically that it's basically just a large dollop of Tom Snyder. But there's plenty of people that want to see a large dollop of Tom Snyder. I don't think so. I think he asked some really good questions and gave the guests their due. So one night, they extended the interview to John Lennon, who was living in the Dakota, not that far away. They expected him to decline. He doesn't do many interviews. He did a week with Mike Douglas once, but that was back in the day. But they extended an interview for John to come on the Tomorrow Show, and he accepted right away. But he had heard that John could be difficult and what have you, and so he was on there with Tom Snyder. And he couldn't have been nicer. He couldn't have been nicer to Tom Snyder, joking with him and what have you. And at one point, he's like, "I gotta be honest with you, John. I got some information to be careful what I ask you and stuff, because you can get a little." He didn't say nasty, but you can be a little difficult. And he says, "Well, I would never be that with you, Tom. I watch you every single night." I watch you every single night. He was a huge fan. Yes. So, well, here's June Joyner. Hey, Jack, I sent something on the Cash App. Thank you. Thank you so much, June Joyner. I may not have found that till off we go off the air, and I don't want to miss that. I appreciate that. Yes, there you are right there. $20 from June Joyner on the Cash App. You're helping me out in a very difficult month because I'm way under what I usually am, and taxes are coming up for the tips that I got in 2024. So I definitely need some help. And this year I'm going to be more careful to save every month. If we should be, I'm always thinking, to be perfectly honest with you, that this is dying out. The live shows are dying out. And, I have to have a budget for it. I can't do it for free anymore because half my pension is now missing. Half my pension is missing, and I'm in trouble. I'm trying to fulfill my responsibilities, and yet then I got kind of broadsided this year. So thank you so much for hitting the Cash App for $20. Cash App is lowercase letters Media Guy 56. MEDIAGUY 56. It's only good in the United States and the UK, I'm told. Media Guy 56. Thank you, June Joyner, and thank you, Mr. Todd Bradshaw, also for hitting the Cash app, the Cash Patel app. Cash Patel, is he going to make it? Is my girl? What I say, my girl? She's a United States soldier, still in the reserves right now. Tulsi, is Tulsi going to make it? I certainly hope so. I certainly hope so. Republican now. There is talk that Fetterman may become a Republican. So he can be a Republican when he shows up to the inauguration in gym shorts and a hoodie. Yeah. Thank you, June. And thank you, Todd, for hitting the Cash App. And anybody else, I'll thank you on the next show if it comes in late or you do it in the replay. Okay. Okay. So now back to the live stream. There's 110 watching still and 57. My stream is still frozen in the actual live stream that I set up. So then we go to the other one that you're watching, which is really the same thing, only I think you're all on a 4-second delay. No, it's just, what I'm saying is that, how can I put this, is nothing untoward. Someone had a right to a piece of it, So, they put up with me for 18 years, So that was in the paperwork. And so that makes a tremendous difference. That puts me on the ropes. You gotcha? Yeah, okay. All right. Ruthie, remember when Tom interviewed Linda Lovelace? Sorta. I'd love to see it again, though, now that you mentioned that. Did you see Amanda Seyfried play Linda Lovelace? Well, of course I didn't see it. It would have questionable scenes in it. But did you see it? I tell you, nobody watches my Amanda Seyfried movie. She was right next to me in the most beautiful Audi I have ever seen. The newest model, bigger than any Audi, shaped a little differently. Then I found out when I did my research that not only did she move to the Catskill Mountains, but she has like 4 Audis and a couple of Teslas. She's an A-list movie star. What do you want? Oh, but you got to watch that Amanda Seyfried movie. Karen and I are on our way up to Monticello. We're just around the Bloomingburg exit. So we got a long way to go. And the first mountain, Wurtzboro Mountain, is coming up. And there's this driver. I thought it was a guy. I said, look at this guy dodging in and out of cars. And then when they got up to me, they couldn't move any further because the car in the left lane was blocking them for a while. So I looked over expecting to see some jerk guy, and I see one of God's most beautiful creations, Amanda Seyfried. But I didn't know it was. I just said, as I was driving after she finally did pass us, I said, I know that face. I mean, perfect makeup, perfect clothes, designer sunglasses, and I know that face, but I couldn't put two and two together. 3 days later, she said, "You know that actress you like, Amanda Seyfried? She moved up to the Catskill Mountains." And then it all clicked that that was her, and she was driving terribly, terribly. No blinkers, nothing, no signal. So pray for her driving that she doesn't do that. She's got a lot to lose, new baby and everything. So there you go. Yeah. So an extra big thank you there. Linda said she was drugged and did not remember what she did. Yeah, I think that's also in the movie. You know, they were drugging her at some point. Sure. Yeah. Sad story. Sad story. Let me go to the scripture and pray. Now that I mentioned fawning over Amanda Seyfried, that's the flesh versus the spirit, you know. Good actress too, though. I think I have to go back. I'm in First Peter, the first chapter. I've got to go back to a lighter Bible. Starting with verse 13 of chapter 1. As my nose is itchy now. I'm definitely not going to tell a lie now. I'm reading the Holy Scripture. Just itchy, just itchy. Starting with verse 13 in the New King James Version. Therefore, gird up the loins of your mind. Be sober and rest your hope fully upon the grace that is to be brought to you at the revelation of Jesus Christ. As obedient children, not conforming yourselves to the former lusts as in your ignorance, but as he who called you is holy, you also be holy in all your conduct. The Lord always leads me to the right scripture. The only problem is I look at the screen, it seems frozen. Am I frozen, guys? I figure that it would pick a time when we are, let me see here, still verify it's you. How can I do that?